Alright, it's Saturday night or Saturday evening, and a quick movie vlog with additional cat crying in the background. Star Trek Beyond, which we didn't see last year, so we're getting around to it in 2017. We watched the first two of the new Star Treks recently, didn't we? A couple of years ago. The J.J. Abrams 2009 film Star Trek, and then
remember one of them.
Star Trek Into Darkness. Yeah, I really enjoyed them. I think we watched like...
Did we watch both?
Yeah, we watched both within like about a week, I think, and I think that was about 2 years ago. So we were quite late to the party, and I really enjoyed them. I really enjoyed them quite a bit, but I don't remember that much about them. So you know, they were good, but they didn't quite, grab my attention to the point where I remember a lot about them. Don't know really anything about this. The trailers didn't really inspire too much.
I thought the trailer looked awesome. I've been wanting to watch this for a long time.
It didn't really do too much. I think Simon Pegg wrote this film, actually. So J.J. Abrams did not direct this one. Justin Lin directed this, and that name sounds familiar. So just before we start, I want to see what he did. Right, he directed the Fast and the Furious 3, 4, 5, and 6. Hopefully the action will be good. But yeah, I like the cast of the new Star Trek movie series and stuff, so it should be enjoyable at the very least. So let's check it out and see what the thoughts are afterwards. And also we have a very nice dinner tonight. We have steak teriyaki with some nice vegetables and stuff. This is really, really nice, and I'm burning my fucking hand off holding that up for the camera. So on with the movie and verdict afterwards. Alright, we're about half an hour into Star Trek Beyond. And the ship
is so boring. I'm kidding.
The ship has just crash landed. The ship has been destroyed. Spoilers. Oh wait, they showed all of that in the trailer. And didn't the Enterprise get blown to bits, or it crash landed on a planet or something in the second one? So I mean, they need to stop funding the rebuilding of this ship. If that is true, I might be wrong. The film opened with a very weird sequence with Kirk in this room with these aliens, and they were CGI. And for me, aliens in Star Trek are always like, a human actor in weird makeup, like the Klingons, the Borg, all that stuff. So to see a fully complete digital alien in a Star Trek movie just felt a bit... I felt like I was watching a Marvel movie, and then they were doing this kind of weird humor that felt very Guardians of the Galaxy-esque to me.
Which is also Marvel.
Which is also Marvel. But like, yeah, it just felt a bit like it wasn't Star Trek humor in that first opening scene. But since that, it's been fine. It's been quite enjoyable. I love the kind of planet star station thing they had with Space station, and it's like this huge, like all these twisting kind of arms that spread out and kind of go upside down, and there's cities on them. I thought it was a really cool visual.
Yeah. And
we've seen an image of Leonard Nimoy as Spock, so that will probably play into it later on. And obviously he passed away, I think, before this came out. And obviously I didn't mention as well that Anton Yelchin, who plays Chekhov, tragically died last year. So yeah, it's a bit strange to see him. I'm not sure if this was his last film role, but at least one of them. But yeah, I mean, first thoughts, it's been a pretty action-packed first half an hour. And the next time I'll talk to you will be at the end of the movie. But we did take a break. Dinner was very nice, and now we're going to crack on and see what's going to happen to the crew after the ship colossally crashes onto this planet. Yeah, it's pretty good so far. Alright, we're done with Star Trek Beyond. I don't really know what the plans are with the series, if it's just going to be an ongoing thing, whether they want to do 3 and then that's it. I don't know if all the cast are back for the next one. But apart from that, I enjoyed the film. It was good, but for me, I feel like it's on par with the other two. I think in a couple of years I'll forget most of what's happened in this. And I will say one big criticism is that most of the best stuff was in... Well, not the best stuff, but like the memorable moments were in the trailer. Like there's a scene where Kirk and the new alien woman in the film, Jayla, he jumps off a motorbike and they're spinning in midair, and he grabs her and they get beamed up to the ship. It's this big...
That's in the trailer.
It's in the trailer, yeah.
Spoiler.
Like, because he lands and he's like, yeah, let's never do that again. And that line was in the trailer, so I was just like, oh, I've seen that bit, and that was one of the coolest bits. But there was a lot of cool stuff they didn't show, like the whole ending fight scene between Kirk and Idris Elba's character. I really liked that visually. It was really cool, so I like that whole ending sequence. But I don't know. Overall, I didn't think it was great. You know, it was alright. Do you want to say anything? Just very briefly, just.
Oh, I just loved Lassie. What was her name?
Lassie, Jayla.
Jayla.
Interesting note. Apparently, I read this when Simon Pegg was writing the script with his writing partner, whoever it was. For that character, they didn't have a name, but they wanted her to be a bit like Jennifer Lawrence's character in Winter's Bone. So they just kept saying, "Oh yeah." So in this scene with Jennifer Lawrence in Winter's Bone, and then they needed to shorten it, so just went, "Oh, when J-Law does this," and then it went J-Law, Jayla.
Jayla. Wow.
J-Law. That deserves a Picard face palm if I've ever seen one. I can't believe that's how they named the character. Abbreviation of J-Law.
She was definitely my favorite. Like,
she was.
I wish I was into cosplay because I would like spend
really?
all my money.
She had a cool look. I liked her look.
She looked freaking awesome.
Yeah, I think there was a little bit of Batista from Guardians of the Galaxy in her. You know, like his character in it was like, you know, he didn't get sarcasm, and so you'd have these funny moments. You know, like there's a bit where she says, "Oh yeah, they said that if I drank this, it would take the edge off. My edge is not off." It felt very Batista in Guardians of the Galaxy to me. It felt kind of almost cribbed from that movie. But she was one of the highlights of the film. And the rest of the cast were good. You know, Idris Elba kind of chewed the scenery a little bit as the villain, but yeah, it was decent. You know, it was just sci-fi action spectacle. It was very typical, the story, and
it's forgettable.
Forgettable, yeah. I would say.
I'll remember her.
Yes,
it's almost like Suicide Squad. I will remember Harley Quinn.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
I just like women who kick ass. You know.
Yeah, and she was a good character for that, and I liked the little nod to the original Star Trek crew, and kind of in a way a little in memory of Leonard Nimoy that they kind of added into the film. Yeah. So overall, it was, you know, kind of just in the middle, really, almost going up to a thumbs up, not quite, but. I think I enjoyed the first two more, just story-wise. I think this one felt like an episode of Star Trek. You know, the ship gets thing, they get stranded, and then I don't know. It didn't feel like a 2-hour movie. The story didn't feel that long. Maybe that's a good thing. I don't know. I seem to remember enjoying the second one the most, but you know, I don't really have too much to say either way. I didn't love the use of all the modern music and stuff. Again, I hate to keep going back to Guardians of the Galaxy. Maybe it's because Zoe Saldana is in the film.
Music.
Right, yeah, you know, like Fight the Power and all that, and it's like, oh god.
I like that.
Yeah, it was cool, but I don't know. You just the comparisons, they're right in your face, I guess. So anyway, that's it. Just quick thoughts on Star Trek Beyond. It was good. So there we go. Thanks for watching. Let me know your thoughts on Star Trek Beyond and the new Star Trek films. We haven't seen the original Star Trek movies.
Nope.
You haven't seen any of them. I saw.
4 lights. It's the only thing I've seen.
There are 14 old Star Trek movies. There's loads of them. There's
14.
Like there's at least 12, I think.
Let's finish James Bond first.
Yeah, there's a lot to go through, and the first one is really boring, so it's going to be a rough start. I've seen most of them when I was a kid, never really got into them, but I do want to go back and see them. Yeah, there's a lot of movies, the original movies, and then the Next Generation movies. I like how the new films, they kind of are part of all the other movies as well, and if you don't know why, then I'll let you find that out, but I like how they're all linked. So again, the Leonard Nimoy thing in this was very much appropriate and fit within the story that they're telling. So, one more thing. I really don't like Simon Pegg as Scotty. Never have. Always bothered me because I'm a big fan of Simon Pegg, but can't get past the accent. Really can't. Anyway, there we go. Thanks for watching. Another quick movie vlog, and see you in the next one.
He's alright by me. Apart from the fact he throws cans of Carlin into a tree. Yeah, he's really cool. Yeah, he's really cool. But he's not quite as cool as you, 'cause